We get asked a lot about what kind of materials people should use for repairs. A lot of questions are about compatibility of linseed paint with epoxy fillers, modern fillers, whatever you want to call it. I'm a firm believer that we should not be using epoxies or any kind of other petrochemical products for it, because all you do is create a new dew point right on the point of the new modern filler and the wood. So exactly what you've repaired right on that edge, any kind of moisture in the timber is going to condensate and then create a whole new problem with actually trapping moisture. So as with everything else that we do, let's look back in how things were done for centuries and why they worked so well. So I think you can categorize repairs into roughly 3 different categories. The first one is big structural repairs. So if it's a sill, a corner section, so if these corners were gone, for instance, or here where the glazing bar meets the rail, those kind of sections want really ideally new timber splicing in. So you want to find a good carpenter, a good joiner who can do a good job with that. Ideally, if you can, use reclaimed timber, and a good Douglas fir is always unbeatable. You don't need to use any kind of other exotic hardwoods or anything, and because that will gives you the same moisture absorption and retention, so that works beautifully. And then obviously, other than that, we have basically holes and repairs that are needed in a medium-sized hole. And so anything a couple of inches by a couple of inches, perhaps a good 2 inches deep, you want to pack that out using oakum first. So oakum has been around for millennia. Actually, it's old rope drenched in tar oil, and you can smell this. If I could convey this is like a pine forest on steroids. Now this is perfect material to fill those deeper gaps. Really pack it in tightly. Always make sure to leave enough gap on the top to be able to then put putty over the surface, because that's how you also make small repairs, is by just using good quality linseed putty. If it's suitable for glazing in panes, then it's good enough for making repairs. So this is what we always recommend, and you will be familiar with the putty. You can see like this, and always make sure that you warm it up nicely between your hands, roll it, knead it, get a bit of warmth in there so it goes a bit softer, and then to really then just apply it into either over the top of the oakum to get a nice finish, or for small repairs like nail holes or screw holes, and putty can go straight in. The beauty is, because you're using something that is from the same family as the paint, that you don't need to wait for it to fully cure. So you can already overpaint with linseed paint as soon as you have a skin on the surface. In fact, that actually works better, because the linseed paint and the linseed oil starts to dry in conjunction with the putty, giving it a much more durable finish. I hope that's clear.